Hulk's thunderous defense. The sky over New York City crackled with tension as dark clouds gathered, heralding an impending storm. But the tempest that was about to descend upon the city had nothing to do with weather. It was a threat of a different kind, one that could only be quelled by the most unlikely of heroes. In the heart of Manhattan, chaos reigned. The city's citizens fled in terror as a squadron of advanced military tanks rolled into town. Their arrival was not for peacekeeping, but for the pursuit of power. At the forefront of this menacing force was General Krenko, a power-hungry military leader who believed that the key to world domination lay in the capture of Thor, the god of thunder. Thor, however, was not alone. His steadfast friend, the Incredible Hulk, stood by his side. The two had forged an unbreakable bond over the years of battles together, and they would not abandon each other now. As the tanks positioned themselves for an assault on Thor, the mighty Asgardian raised his enchanted hammer, Mjolnir, ready to summon the storm that bore his name. But before he could unleash his fury, the tanks opened fire. Explosions ripped through the street, sending shards of concrete and debris flying in all directions. Thor tried to protect himself with Mjolnir's mystical barrier, but the relentless barrage threatened to overpower him. It was then that the Hulk sprang into action. With a ground-shaking roar, he leaped in front of Thor, using his colossal body as a shield. Bullets and artillery shells pounded against his green skin. But the Hulk stood firm, his muscles absorbing the punishment. Thor, go, Hulk bellowed, his voice a thunderous roar. I'll hold them off. Thor hesitated for a moment, torn between leaving his friend behind and unleashing his godly wrath. But the sight of the Hulk taking the brunt of the onslaught spurred him into action. With a nod of gratitude, he soared into the sky, leaving a trail of lightning in his wake. The tanks, now focused solely on the Hulk, continued their relentless assault. But the angrier the Hulk became, the stronger he grew. With each blow he struck, the ground trembled beneath him, and the tanks began to falter. He plucked one tank from the ground like a child's toy and hurled it into the others, causing a spectacular explosion that sent shockwaves through the city. General Krenko, observing the chaos from the safety of his command vehicle, grew increasingly desperate. He ordered the tanks to fire their most devastating weapons, but even these seemed to have little effect on the indomitable Hulk. His skin glowed with an eerie green hue as he absorbed the energy of the blast. Suddenly, a massive bolt of lightning streaked down from the heavens, striking the Hulk's outstretched hand. The electricity surged through him, energizing his already formidable strength. With a triumphant roar, he leaped into the air, landing on top of the remaining tanks and crushing them beneath his colossal feet. The streets of New York were now a smoking battlefield, but the threat had been neutralized. Thor descended from the sky, his mighty hammer crackling with power. He landed beside his friend, a grateful smile on his face. You truly are incredible, my friend, Thor said, clasping the Hulk's massive hand. The Hulk grinned, his anger subsiding as quickly as it had flared. Just doing what I do best, Thunder God. As the city's emergency services arrived to tend to the wounded and begin the arduous process of cleanup, the citizens of New York looked on in awe and gratitude. The Hulk, often feared and misunderstood, had proven himself a hero of the highest order. In the days that followed, news of the Hulk's selfless act spread far and wide. The story of how he had defended his friend Thor from the tank bombardment became legendary. The city of New York, once divided in its opinion of the Hulk, now embraced him as a protector. General Krenko, on the other hand, was apprehended and brought to justice for his reckless aggression. His failed attempt to capture Thor had not only cost him his freedom, but had also showcased the unwavering bond of friendship that existed between the God of Thunder and the Incredible Hulk. In recognition of his heroic actions, the city of New York presented the Hulk with an award unlike any other. And so, as the sun set over the city that never sleeps, the Incredible Hulk stood proudly among the people he had once feared would reject him. He had not only defended his best friend Thor, but had also defended the very essence of heroism itself. In that moment, he knew that he was a true champion of the people, and his heart swelled with pride. If you like this short video, please subscribe and hit the like button. Thanks for watching.